Hey, welcome back, Rankers. Recording from home again. Not for any really good reason, and I've had a shave. Yay! Look, May for us is pretty much e-commerce month because the end of the month we've got the big e-commerce conference which we're going to stand at this year, of course, again, and I'm giving away free time to do free audits on the site, on the stand, and all that sort of stuff. So I thought for the lead up, we'll just talk about e-commerce for the next few weeks because let's face it, that's where SEO really comes into its own. Incidentally, Phil Lay, who is the organizer behind the Internet Conference and the founder, was one of the judges on a recent gong, I guess, handed out by Internet Retailing Guide, which was about the top 50 people in e-commerce. Go and have a look at that list. There's some pretty impressive names in that list, and as luck has it, most of those will be at the Internet Conference at the end of May if you want to go and have a chinwag with them. And that's a good thing about this conference, is that it's a bit like a community or a bunch of old friends getting together to talk about business. So that's why I think it works so much better than most of the other internet conferences out there. So on that note, let's have a look at internet retailer. There's recently become an ex-internet retailer, and that is dicksmith.com.au. Now, for those of you overseas who don't understand what dicksmith.com.au was, Dick Smith is an actual real bloke, and he had his own chain of electronics stores for, probably 30 years, I guess. And he sold them off to another big retailer in Woolworths over here a few years back. They, in turn, then sold it off to another investment group, I think, and they in turn ran it into the ground. And it's actually been bought by the online assets, I think, have been bought by Ruslan Kogan, who you've heard me talk about before, was one of Australia's internet retailing success stories, and of course in that list, and of course we'll be speaking at the Internet Conference. I just want to show you a couple of things that I see internet retailers getting wrong all the time, and they're just little things, and if you change them, it can make have a really big difference to the rest of your rankings. So what I'm looking at here is what I would describe as a category page. So when I talk about a category page, it's a page with a lot of products on it, not a product page, but a category showing all these products within a given category, and this one is mobile wireless. Now you can see here, I'm just taking this first one as a for instance. You can see here it's a H3. So these are all H3s. Now this, I actually used to say, look, it's counterintuitive to link a H3. I actually think it's damaging for your rankings to link heading tags. And the reason for that is I think it might be seen as spammy, and I think it might be a hangover in the algorithm from the olden days when people used to do heading tags and then link the heading tags to get even an extra bit of ranking juice from it. Just some recent experiments that we've been playing around with. We've seen removing the heading tags from links, especially in these category pages, can make a big difference. So don't have your heading tags linkable anywhere in the site, really. So these should not be heading tags, basically. Then if I go to the page, and this is one of the other things that we always see internet retailers, or most common things we see internet retailers doing wrong, is you go to the page, the target page, and you can see, okay, we've got a nice H1 there, but our page title is not matching our H1. Our page title says buy Oppo R7S Gold Unlocked, read reviews, Dick Smith Online Shopping, where we don't need the Dick Smith Online Shopping bit, right? It's who cares? It's taking up valuable real estate in our page title. But the main thing here is that we're not exactly matching our H1 with our page title, and we're not exactly matching our page one with our URL and our title. So in this, we've got DSAU and then the model number or the catalog number or whatever it might be. I'd prefer not to have that. I want to have these three matching. However, there's a bigger problem here. When I go and do a search for that, and that's the actual H3 that was on the catalog page. I've taken that directly and I'm doing a direct search of that. I'm finding that the page is number 8. Now you might say, oh, well, maybe they've no index, maybe they've robots.txt everything because they're selling their business and they're closing down all the stores. No, not the case. I've checked robots.txt and I've checked no index tags, and that page has been indexed down there. And the problem with that is that it is not that one there. It's that one there. So you can see there, we've got what looks like the same page essentially, but it's not. It's available at 2 different URLs. And, this is, I don't usually see it this blatant, but this is a typical case of someone not using canonical tags, and neither of these pages, which are exactly the same, they're just available at different locations. Neither of these pages have canonical tags, and a canonical tag will simply say the original version of this page is here. And if I'm on the original version of that page, the canonical tag inside the code should have the URL for that page. If, however, I'm on a different page, it should have the canonical tag should show the URL of the original page. So in this case, let's just say this is not the original page. Then it would have a canonical tag to this page, and this page would have a canonical tag to itself to say, yeah, I'm the original. Unfortunately, canonical tags don't work that well. Google will say, hey, they work across domains, they're good for this, they're good for that, but as I've shown you many times before, pages still get indexed that have been canonical tagged, and they shouldn't get indexed. We've seen it time and time again. I don't know why it's flaky like that. It just is. That's Google. I don't know. Don't blame me. Blame Google. So there's just a couple of things that if you're doing you should stop it. So stop linking your heading tags on your category pages, and make sure on your product pages you only have one version of it, and also make sure on your product pages your page title matches your URL, matches your H1. They're my top 3 tips for this week for e-commerce. And hope to see you at the Internet Conference. Sorry for mubbing the camera just then. We'll see you next week. Thanks very much.